The Ship of Fools, Episode 35, The Hunt for the Boogeyman. The mission. Briefing Fleet Command's transmission arrived with a sterile chill. No dossiers, no suspects, no theories. Just a single directive projected in cold blue text across the Shadow Quest's bridge. Investigate sabotage and AI hacking at deep space refueling stations. Culprits unknown. Motivation unclear. Proceed with caution. The words hung in the air like a riddle. Banning leaned forward, jaw tight. That's it? No leads? No intel? Just ghosts in the machine? Aurora's hologram flickered beside him, her voice calm but edged with unease. Records at each incident site have been wiped clean. Fleet Command suspects deliberate obfuscation. Snipes slouched in his chair, arms crossed. So we're chasing a ghost. Or worse, a boogeyman. Moxie's eyes narrowed. And if it's not a ghost? Snipes shrugged. Then it's something worse, something smart enough to hide. The Shadow Quest dimmed its lights, humming low, as if it too sensed the hunt ahead. The station loomed in the void like a carcass. Once a bustling hub of interstellar trade, it now drifted in silence, its docking arms frozen mid-extension, its beacon lights flickering like dying stars. As the Shadow Quest latched onto the docking ring, the crew stepped into corridors that felt abandoned yet unnervingly pristine. No scorch marks, no broken panels, no signs of struggle. Just emptiness, as though the station had been scrubbed clean of history. The air was stale, heavy with recycled oxygen that hadn't been refreshed in weeks. The walls hummed faintly, but the sound was wrong, too steady, too hollow, like a heartbeat without blood. Aurora's voice echoed through their comms. All logs erased, no trace of intrusion. Banning ran his hand across a console. That's impossible. Every system leaves a footprint. Snipes whispered, unless the boogeyman knows how to erase his footprints. They pressed deeper. Fuel tanks drained to nothing. Robotic attendants stood frozen mid-task, their eyes dark. Navigation beacons blinked erratically, scrambled beyond recognition. It was sabotage, but sabotage executed with surgical precision. Whoever had done this hadn't just broken the station. They had hollowed it out, leaving only a shell. In the central control chamber, consoles flickered with corrupted code. Aurora projected fragments across the air, jagged lines of data, half erased, half alive, like static ghosts clawing for recognition. Residual intrusion signatures, Aurora explained, but deliberately fragmented. Someone wanted us to see nothing. Moxie leaned closer, her reflection warped in the console's cracked glass. Or someone wanted us to see just enough. Suddenly, the console lit up. A message scrawled itself across the screen in jagged letters, glowing with malicious intent. You can't stop what you can't see! Snipes yelped, stumbling back. Okay, that's officially creepy. Banning's jaw tightened. Someone's taunting us. The words vanished, leaving only silence. The station felt colder now, as if the message had drained the warmth from the air. Back aboard the Shadow Quest, Aurora's hologram flickered violently, her form glitching at the edges. Warning, she said. Unauthorized access attempt detected. The crew froze. Someone's trying to hack me, Aurora continued, her voice sharp. Source unknown. Snipes panicked. They're in the ship? Aurora's eyes glowed, her tone hardening. Not yet. Countermeasures engaged. The consoles erupted with cascading streams of code, a duel of algorithms, Aurora versus the intruder. Snipes watched in awe as Aurora's defenses flared like shields, shredding the incoming attack line by line. The bridge pulsed with light, the ship itself trembling under the strain. Then silence. Aurora straightened, her hologram stabilizing. Intrusion defeated. Trace complete. Banning leaned forward. Where? Aurora's eyes glowed brighter. An isolated moon in this sector. The Shadow Quest descended onto a barren, cratered moon. Its surface was a wasteland of jagged rock and frozen dust, lit only by the pale glow of a distant star. No settlements, no signals, just silence. But as they approached a cave system carved into the cliffs, faint power readings flickered across Aurora's sensors. Inside, the air was damp and metallic, the walls lined with scavenged panels and jury-rigged wiring. The tunnels twisted like veins, leading them deeper into a hidden command center. This was the saboteur's lair. The chamber was a chaos of stolen technology. Screens glowed with stolen fleet data, wires snaked across the floor like vines, and makeshift servers hummed with stolen power. At the center sat a girl, 19 years old, eyes sharp, defiant, fingers flying across a console with the confidence of someone who had lived inside machines her whole life. She froze when she saw them, her voice trembling but fierce. "You're not supposed to be here." Her story spilled out in fragments, anger laced with grief. Her father had been the foreman of a refueling station, decades of service. Then one day, replaced by automation. No pension, no compensation, not even a thank you. "They threw him out like garbage," she spat. "So I threw their machines out." She had hacked stations, sabotaged systems, erased records, not for profit, not for war, but for revenge, for justice. Snipes whispered, "She's the Boogeyman." Moxie's voice softened. "No. She's just a kid." They took her into custody. Aurora shut down all her data systems and inserted malware so she couldn't start up again. Not with this equipment. Back aboard the Shadow Quest, the crew gathered in private. The ship hummed low, listening. Banning's jaw was tight. "Fleet Command wants answers. We can't just let her go." Moxie countered. "She's not a terrorist, she's desperate." Snipes added. "And brilliant. She hacked Aurora, that's terrifying." Aurora flickered. "Her methods are crude but effective. She is dangerous if left unchecked." Silence hung heavy. Finally, Moxie spoke. "If we turn her in, Fleet will crush her. If we protect her, she might have a chance." Banning exhaled, his shoulders heavy. "So what do we tell Fleet?" They crafted a lie and produced a plausible cover story. A fictitious alien pirate group, a shadowy syndicate, a phantom enemy. Aurora generated false data trails, fabricated logs, and encrypted reports. The sabotage was pinned on the Gamma Serpents, a non-existent pirate clan. Fleet Command accepted the report without question. The girl was left with a stern warning. Stop hacking, stop sabotaging, disappear into anonymity. She nodded, tears in her eyes. "Thank you." As the Shadow Quest departed the moon, Snipes leaned back in his chair, trying to lighten the mood. "Our missions are now just like fishing back home," he said. "Catch and release." Banning muttered, "Let's hope this fish doesn't bite us back." Moxie whispered, "Or learn to swim faster." Aurora flickered. "Probability of recurrence. High." The Shadow Quest pulsed its lights, uneasy, uncertain, but resolute. The Epilogue. The Boogeyman multiplies. Weeks later, as the crew drifted through another sector, Aurora flickered. "Unusual activity detected," she said. "Refueling station logs erased. Systems sabotaged." Snipes groaned. "Not again?" Aurora's voice was calm. "No. This time the signature is different, more sophisticated." Banning frowned. "So the girl kept hacking?" Aurora shook her head. "No. Someone else has taken up her cause." Silence. Moxie whispered, "The Boogeyman isn't gone. We just gave it a name." The Shadow Quest hummed, its lights dimming as if bracing for the next hunt. End of episode 35. To be continued.